I decided to dump it. I did notice that somebody looked at it, so thank you, I guess. But yeah, getting dropped in this strike was kind of like, fuck me, right off the bat. My first Vanguard operation of the week, and it has to be the Corrupted. I could quit out, but I'm like, you know what? I don't think I want to. I don't think I'm going to, because just like I was mentioning in my last stream, the concept, the idea of playing for the sake of playing and playing for my own personal improvement was more important to me. And I go through phases, because at one time I was competing with a group of people. I was trying to go with a higher score than everybody else, or I was measuring myself against who the top leaderboards were. And this was like in video gaming. This was in sorry, I was doing some soup and I didn't want it to scald. So anyway, so that's all turned off now. Anyway, so yeah, and I think the first time I had the concept of that was one of the arcades that I used to go to all the time. Eventually, the guy started wiping the leaderboards because it was causing actual physical strife at his store. He's like, the arcade is supposed to be a safe place, you know, for people to come and enjoy themselves and have fun and challenge their abilities and things like that, and not be a place of showdowns and things. And but at the time, it was like the community, and by and large, was becoming more and more, uh, I'm gonna say, physically aggressive. I mean, there was lots of trash talk, and people would haze each other while they were trying to push past certain levels in the games. Pac-Man was a big fucking problem for a long time. I can remember people like physically bumping you to fail, so you would spoil your game so they can get their turn. And this was like, eventually the arcade, closed down just because of the element that happened. And I stopped going long before that because I could see the attitude changing. And it's a lot of what happens to me in gaming in general, and activities within, like, say, a game like Destiny, when I can start to sense that the drive or the direction of the community is not going in a direction that I feel connected to. Um, Good or bad doesn't matter. It's your personal connection, because I mean, this is something you're experiencing personally. Honestly, and pretty much everything there, you could experience it as a community, but you do have a personal filter attached to everything you go through, uh, and that's important. And there's a whole shit ton of philosophy about it and everything, and psychology and everything that goes into it. It's really a really interesting deep dive. Uh, but that's not the point of this. The point of here is playing the game for the idea of just its enjoyment. And no, I mean, as I've mentioned so many times, nobody plays to lose, um, unless that's your kink. But it's important to realize that you are going to lose, because there's no parity in a game like Destiny. It's a zero-sum experience. There's always going to be one person who's at the top and one person who's at the bottom. There might be one person who's in the middle. But the only reason why that person's in the middle is because somebody went to the top and somebody went to the bottom. And you can, it's an argument that works in all those directions. And so, you have to just, it's not even about accepting that, it's not even about acceptance so much. It's more about just figuring out what it is that puts you into the state of experience that makes you feel like you're getting something out of it. That's what it comes down to. If it's about getting the top score in your game, then yeah, okay, fine. Then pursue that. But when you don't get there, and I'm not going to say if you don't, I'm saying when you don't get there, don't throw your ass out of fucking whack, and get all pissy and shitty and point fingers and make accusations, because it's not it's not healthy. Not necessarily for the whole of the game, or for the individuals that you're playing with. It's not healthy for you. That kind of rage just kind of doesn't really go anywhere. It's like arsenic. It just keeps building up and building up until finally, it's completely toxic on you, and you just can't even experience life, outside of the game without having that coloration of violence on your experience. That's like, most people don't have this trope of the sepia toned memories, and that's what you kind of want. You kind of want that warm, fuzzy glow, shaded over everything, colored over everything you remember and experience. It's fun to have that. You don't want those violent streaks of whatever you consider to be a violent color. Some people say it's red, some people say it's purple, some people say orange or yellow. Again, color can be subjective. Um, like my oils teacher used to say that red is not a color, it's a noise. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? It kind of is. It's like static. You can't not notice it sometimes. And I bring it up because yes, there's red on my screen because of the Outbreak pulse rifle I'm playing with. Did I get that pulse rifle kill already? Because I'd like to switch over to something else. I think I got the rocket launcher one though. No, I got the pulse rifle calibration. Okay, cool. So now we can go into stasis. And I have to make sure that I am doing the thing. Actually, I should probably work with... Well, aren't you a special fun thing? Ah, man. Oh, I'm getting pulled forward. This is why this particular strike is such a frustrating piece of shit for me. I just don't like it. It's so much walking around, and then you finally get dug in with a with a nice little engagement, and somebody's gone to the next area already, and you're like, Still say they should make it as a fire team. Do X, get Y. There shouldn't be this whole, really? This is stasis. Why? I don't remember if it was a phase that Destiny was doing where everybody had to be the elemental burn by the end of the strike. It was called strikes then, or nobody got credit for it. I can't remember if that was something somebody just said to me as like a superstition, like, oh, they only ever win when I wear their jersey. And, I mean, you put yourself in the headspace. Pretty much any experience in this game can be fun. You start thinking about the pressure, though. Excuse me, the FOMO. I really wanted to make sure I got all 3 ornaments for the shotgun because I don't play shotguns. Shotguns are a rarity in my inventory. Um, but I've was originally skeptical about the hype behind Reckless Endangerment, and yeah. Plus, also, Reckless Endangerment's a little bit of a historical meme for me because that's one of the things that security guards used to threaten skateboarders with all the time when they would catch us in the parking lots, and then on a rare occasion, when one of our members would like go into the mall itself. Just, I'm gonna get you arrested for reckless endangerment. I was like, oh wow, really? They could do that? And then, yeah, it's amazing how much law I learned because of all the different fines and trouble that my friends got into while skateboarding. Yeah. I was always a good boy. I never got into any trouble skateboarding. But and again, there's a memory that I have, that had some fairly sketchy associations with it, but I have a positive general, reaction to it or a connection to it, and it's more of the positivity is more in the lessons learned. These are things that that matter, and you should, be more aware and considerate of, the actions you take because they do impact people that you're not even aware. Oh, I failed that so bad. Um, Damn it. Sorry, guys. I tried. Oh, she's gonna murder me now. I will pay the price. Come on, come on. So, no? Really? Okay, this is what I'm talking about here. Okay, come on, man. The mechanic's just right there in front of us. Please. Yes, thank you. Okay, where is she? Alright, I'm gonna PVR this. Oh, holy Turog. There we go. Got her. She blinked. She blinked again. Damn it. Okay, well, at least we got some progress now. We'll mark progress on our track. I'm playing Ironsworn. Sorry. I don't know if you picked up all the terminology there. And again, now see, playing a role playing game solo, somebody might think, "Oh my God, that's so pathetic. Why would you do that?" Well, I'm going to tell you right now because I don't know if you grew up with Choose Your Own Adventures or Fighting Fantasies or Tunnels and Trolls or Lone Wolves, but there was a series of solo adventure books that had come out, and some of them had some actual role playing game mechanics in them, like Tunnels and Trolls had an actual role playing system that it was based off of, but you played it in this choose a path type, scenario. And I thought it was really, really good. I still have those books, actually. They're one of my oldest RPG books in my collection. Um, Next to the world's easiest role-playing system, Quarks. Um, yeah, if you ever want to, find a foundation for some good homebrew mechanics, pick up Twerps or some of those minimalist RPG rules that are really fantastic and fun. Okay, what are we missing here? Can I get to this? I don't know. Maybe these kids don't really know the mechanics of the game of the operation. No, Yogi does. He keeps pushing forward, so he's making prog. So, all right, time to face danger. Yes. Oh, that's okay. Come on, this way. I'm open. I'm open. Over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. Come on, buddy. No? Okay, fine. We'll just do it your way then. Alright, now we have to switch over to solar. Because we're getting close to finishing her off. Come on, Yogi. Do it, do it, do it. Oh, never mind. There we go. Yeah! I think I pulled it off. This has actually been the most fun playing this in such a very long time. This has actually been the most fun doing this. And I think it's because, like I said, over the last year or so, I've been really examining what it is I like to play, why do I play, and what what can I do, what can I bring into the activity from the outside world that helps me enjoy. It's kind of funny, actually. Da 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 da. Um, but yeah, what can I bring into the outside world that helps me connect what I'm doing here to what I do in my world? I don't know. That was one of the things that Destiny started doing back when it first started. It really drove on that whole community thing because it realized that it had a fan base that was already nurtured along um, through Halo. Even though Halo was not a PlayStation license, PlayStation became the seat for Destiny on its launch. And for a long time, PlayStation got a lot of the exclusives first and everything like that. And I'd always been a Sony fan. You know, I bought Xbox originally. I only bought Xbox because it was the only way that I could play Tron 2.0, which was a PC game, because it had an Xbox port. And my computer at the time was not fast enough to support the actual PC game, and I didn't feel the value in buying extra. graphics, buying another graphics card and stuff like that because I didn't want to spend that kind of money just to play one game. It'd be like buying the Switch just to play Pokemon, which guilty. Nowadays, I don't. You know, your attitudes change. You know, it's like, oh, I don't like, say, broccoli. You spend your whole life not liking broccoli or cottage cheese, and then all of a sudden, one afternoon, you get this craving for it, and you're like, fuck it, I'll try it. And then next thing you know, oh, now I like broccoli. And then like 20, 30 years later, now I don't like broccoli anymore. Because your body changes, your attitudes changes, your personality shifts. It doesn't change, but it shifts. It's kind of like, those desktop toys, executive toys is what they used to call them, where it's like a couple of pieces of acrylic, and in between them is this like these like different grades and colors of sand, and if you turn it a certain way, it makes a certain pattern. A person's personality or self does not actually change. You are that acrylic, sand, and oil, or whatever the fluid is that manipulates the sand. Um, well, of course, gravity too. You are that executive toy, and that's what you're going to be. Um, but with a different tilt here and there, you can change. Uh, you can shift certain things about that personality. You can, influence yourself to other ideas, and you're like a person. Like if you want to think about the different grades and textures and colors of sands as being different aspects of everybody's personality, because every executive toy that is that toy, every sand box, I guess is what it's called, really, uh, comprises the same components. It's just some have more focus on others, you know, throughout it. I'm trying to be an armchair psychiatrist here, and it's not working. But in terms of gameplay, in terms of enjoying the game you do, it's not necessarily settling. It's finding where your own personal enjoyment is, and trying to bring that into more focus than dealing with the idea like, I'm going to be spending the majority of this operation walking across the map. You know, where's my pleasure going to be in doing this? Well, fulfilling the bounties, and I think that's where the bounties come in, um, because this all does tie into my ideal. This is like before, bounties were like good because they help reputation for the vendor that you're playing for. But then there was like, then they stopped doing that because they realized that people were spamming them, and there was this disproportionate effect going on, that those that could actually commit the hours in the day were getting more progress than those who could only show up once or twice a week, and it created a feel bad moment apparently, because then nobody could do it now. And I've never been one for that. I've always been the person who believes that access is part of the resource, and if you don't have access, you shouldn't be complaining about whether or not. Oh, there was a dude behind me. That's why that knife fucking flew off the other direction. Okay. When we get to the next open area, I am going to probably rush off for oops, a lost sector. Do I need a melee bounty on this? I think I do. I don't care. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep walking right through them, buddy. I don't really. It does not affect. I guess there's finishers. Is there a finisher on my bounty list? Melee strikers. Yeah, see, I'm not getting any progress here. Yeah, there's finishers. Okay. So, finishers probably won't be too bad. I didn't realize I had to get rocket launchers. See? Yeah, I got the finisher. What are you hanging out there for, hon?
Stay close. I'll have those barriers down soon. This device looks like an old armed enemy.
Weird. Oh, right. I don't know. I've been told that this is supposed to be a pretty good roll for this gun, but I'm not feeling it. Personally.
I have never worn this way.
I think the idea is to get one shot on every person for one for all. And then it's supposed to bump up the damage, right? Yeah, there's one for all. Okay, I guess that works out. Man, it's a lot of tracking.
I ever asked for.
I mean, to like keep track of stuff, you know. Okay, so I hate to do it because I do think it's kind of sleazy, but I'm gonna run off to the Lost Sector to try to bang out some of these bounties that I have that I'm not gonna be able to really complete as long as, oh, well, we got a public event now. Awesome. Well, thank God it's not fucking Arcsyn, because that would be suck. Come on, regen, baby. Let's bring just finishers in here.
We're investigating new
Hopefully.
now.
I have had the fire team follow me on occasion, so then it just kind of like spoils the whole idea of being able to run off and take care of this
These Vex
stuff that I'm doing for the bounties. That's the thing. I just, you know, if the bounties were like as a fire team do this, like the Trials of Osiris bounties, that's one of the things I really like about the Trials of Osiris is that it does actually. Whoops.
The rest of the ship is
I,
just
all right, just like one-shotting these guys. I don't really want to do that. I want to try to. I want to try to get the finishers off them, but it's not happening. Oh, there we go. Plop. There's one. I mean, you wouldn't think that finishers would be a hard thing to fucking do, but as you saw, I keep killing these guys instead of doing the finisher. I have to be cautious. I don't want to earn a 30-second fucking cooldown. Should be one more to go. I'm trying to aim for the legs and stuff, but it's not happening. Damn it. There we go. Nope. Nope. Oh, shit. Double tap. Oh, dang it. Sorry, dude. You know, if only finishers actually, you know, counted for, like, melee attacks or, you know, special ability attacks. They don't. They just count as finishers. So, in my opinion, but don't get too sassy about it. One ammo. God, why are they so punitive with rocket launchers? Yes, spread out, my friends. Spread out. Come on, get it in there. Come on, work together. Work together. Stand together, Guardians. You know, speaking of Guardians and the Fallen, so it's been revealed that since the very beginning of Destiny, that the Traveler did visit the Fallen and did actually, yay, we're done. Did actually, you know, do the same things that that it did for humanity, but it didn't make any Guardians out of them. Where it was like, it seemed to me that the Hive were meant to be guardians, and I find that strikingly odd. It's because Savathun became a guardian, whom we then destroyed, of course. Ugh. Hand cannon calibration. So now we're doing the solar, stasis. Can I get him? Yep. He's cooking too. You know I'm trying to do the fucking finisher because I just want to be done. Because my allies are going to... I'm not going to get the stupid chest. Ah! Fail. Failure. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right there. This was a flashback to who I was, a few years ago in Destiny. If it wasn't flawless, it was total failure. And I would get hella freaking precious. And then, like everything else, you take some time away from it. You take some time off, or you were forced to take some time off. And you realize that, it's all just a bunch of FOMO. And it's all false. It's all constructed, what do they call it? Designed. I can't remember the term. But basically it comes down to is like, there's no actual limit to the resource, but they are deliberately limiting the resource to make it more valuable. It's some kind of economics thing or something. I don't know. I'm not an economics person, but it's kind of like I don't know. It's kind of like the conspiracy that around Sonic the Hedgehog, the first movie. It's like the studio deliberately made this really cringy, super realistic looking Sonic the Hedgehog, which of course does not look like a real hedgehog at all. But they did it on purpose to really test the waters and say, well, are there enough fans out there that would want a movie like this? And let's get some intrigue built up around it, or some interest. So they did it to bolster the attention of the community. And I mean, I watched the movie kind of half-assedly. We saw it at home because reasons, and it was okay. I was never really a big Sonic the Hedgehog video game player myself. For side-scrolling, chasers like that, it was always Mario. You're garbage. Get out of my inventory. Okay, so we got hand cannons. We got we're done here. This is good. So now we're doing void damage, melees, and void damage. One's the stock and the other one is okay. That's cool. That's cool, I guess. So now what do I do? How many more of these do I have to do? I gotta do one more. Since we're going to be doing void, and we're all done with that, so we're going to change that up. What do we have here in void? I have my sword. Okay, so we'll do swords. Take off the rocket launcher finder and go full sword mode. Where is it? There it is. It doesn't matter how much ammo finding you put on rocket launchers, it doesn't fucking work. You get one fucking brick, that's it. I will be choking on heavy ammo with my sword, but for some reason rocket launchers just, they're handicapped. I don't know if it's a bug or Bungie thinks they're being balanced. Excuse me, I'm so fucking hungry. I should probably take a break and go get some fuel. Where's the sword, stupid motherfucker? Okay. Right. Okay, I'm gonna do this too. Oh. Well, at least I could get up there with my Sparrow. For all that does. Oh my gods. Yeah, just don't mind me. I'm just going to be a clumsy cluther. Now you're next. Where are these guys all going? Wow, he dove all the way in. Oh, I'm dead. I'm just gonna sit here and take a nap. I really would have thought that somebody would have rezzed me by now, but damn. Not happening, huh? I guess. Whatever. Ooh, I almost got it. But oh, that's okay. That's okay. See what I'm saying? I ran in with my Sparrow, so immediately everybody else had to do the same thing. I'm teasing. I don't think it really matters. I am so impatient. This game is so fucking slow at times. That's the real problem that I have. Unfortunately, because I did spend so much more time playing arcade games as opposed to sitting down for console games. I didn't own a Nintendo Entertainment System. I didn't have an Atari. First game console that I ever had in my hands was a Super Nintendo, and played a shit ton of Mario World and Legend of Zelda. But needless to say, those were not games that were, slow. It was meant to go faster all the time. Just die already. I was pushing forward, yet it made me dodge backward. Because the game doesn't like it when you figure out something. And why put this here if you're not allowed to be up here? That makes no sense to me. There was a design axiom in Destiny that was high risk, high reward. So you wanted certain things, you wanted to do a certain way, there was a risk to it. That's the way it was. Why are you so stubborn? Just let it go. Well, I guess my statement about choking on heavy ammo was off. Believe it or not, the melee bounty doesn't even need charge melees. Thank God. Wow, the puppy didn't even get to come out. Speaking of puppies. Right. This is the last match. Can I get all 8 bounties done before the end of this match? I don't know. Maybe can, maybe can't. Who's to say?
Do not expect gratitude. Those you leave behind will grow. They will learn. If our foes are capable, let us be the catalyst that forces them to change. You seek to drive a knife into the heart of my tank? My troops will defend its life with theirs.
Wow, what a solid. Up with a fuel cell. Seriously, Holmes, do you do your best to get Nye LOS at all fucking times? What, over there? Or you want me to be over here? Oh, okay. Uh-oh. I guess not. Fuck me. This is why I keep going on about how the bounties need to be shared. You know, as a fire team, do X, earn Y. Because that guy was obviously really pissed off about the fact that, you know, hey, I was doing too much. Well, I'm sorry. Again, it's all about access. If I have access to a better skill than you do, then I'm sorry if you can't fucking keep up. That's not my fault. It's not like I'm not fucking rezzing you when you die. You haven't died yet. So, there you go. I guess what melees is the last one. Yeah, melees. It's gonna be melee final blows. It's gonna be so much fun. Oh, but I got all my bounties completed anyway. What the fuck is your problem, Bo?
Such strength. Look what your light can do. I
Ta-da!
myself, but for my people. How selfless. Perhaps we can discuss this further after your people stop trying to kill us.
Warlocks are always going to be warlocks. It's so funny. I think that the player personnel, even those guys who's like, I play all 3 classes equally. No, not really. Then what you're doing is you're really just playing a guardian. You're not really playing a hunter or a warlock or a titan. I don't know that it actually matters, but I play like a Titan, but I play a hunter. And the thing is that I am about making sure that the team has as much benefit as possible. And the hunters are, for the most part, a fairly supportive class. Wait, let's do this before I change out fill my load. Then we'll change it out. There we go. Can you please stop shielding your own shield? Oh my lord, that is so meta. Yeah, there we go. That's why I don't play solo anymore. It's so weak sauce. Until they give aspects to solar, I don't. Unless it's a bounty, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not touching it anymore. Oh, thanks. This is the second time I went down and they just completely fucking ignored me. There we go. Whatever. Woohoo! That was actually pretty badass. I didn't expect my character to actually pull that off. See, there's a reason. Swords are better. Yay! All done. Who the fuck is... No. Nice.
Let us meet and discuss
We got all the glimmers? Oh, no.
small man Zavala.
Got that glimmer, got that glimmer.
Thank you.
Nope, I think I got all the glimmers. Alright, we're done. Well, that's actually pretty exciting. Vanguard operations kind of can go fast like that. I guess it was helpful that I had the Corrupted as my first mission because that actually gave me the time to fill in some of the bounties that I was doing. Let's see what we got here. We got 42 minutes. That's not bad. Ooh, what's this notification? It got updated. Okay. So what do we want to talk about now? Let's do a wrap-up. If you made it this far, thank you very much for stopping by. So the wrap-up is basically... I have 4 strikes or Vanguard operations that I absolutely do not enjoy playing, but have to find the enjoyment in them somewhere. And that is, for the most part, completing the 8 bounty Bright Dust Farm, as I'm calling it. So that's why I didn't quit out on the Corrupted, because generally I would quit out on the Corrupted, the Scarlet Keep, and the 2 that come from the Throne World, because I absolutely don't like jogging games. When Death Stranding first came out, I was super wet in my panties because it was a really, it was being made by a really great designer. I can't remember his name. Like I said, I put all that stuff on my shelf so that my brain can focus on other things. And starring Norman Reedus, who I enjoy as an actor. He's a really great performer. And just the concept, of adventuring through a wasteland, trying to reconnect humanity, it has a good narrative hook to it. And then, I started watching it play, and I was like, well, I do that every day in Destiny with these strikes. And I'm like, I don't want to play a hiking simulator. Seriously, I really don't. And, yay, we got Vanguard rank 2. You know what? This doesn't give me reputation, right? Let's try a few of these. Let's just try a few of these and see what happens. If I get reputation on it. And I'm definitely not going to deconstruct any weapons either, so we're just going to see. Well, I'll see. It'll come up. It'll show up when I complete the bounties, right? I don't think the repeatables give you reputation. That'd be too awesome. Alright, and then we're going to go and run over here to Vuvuzela. We're going to leave that guy. We're going to leave the engrams. I'm not going to collect the engrams. I'm going to leave them here because my engram list was, starting to fill up already. I haven't done any Dares to Infinity. I wonder if it's still around. I should probably check that. I do want that. Nice. Okay, so we're back up a little bit. So now the next thing we're going to probably want to work on. Um, what has he got? I don't think he has anything for me. So we're going to do bow, shotguns, linears, rocket launchers, hand cannons. Okay, the only linear rifle I have now is the arbalist. So we got to pull out the arbalist, and I have all of my spots. I thought I wasn't going to delete anything more, but I'm going to have to delete that. Let's see what we got. I'm going to delete that too. Yeah, I might as well go ahead and pop it all. When I complete the bounties, it'll show me whether or not I get reputation off them. I just want to complete a couple bounties. So we're going to. I have 2 shotguns. I like this Fortissimo. Reckless Endangerment, though, has perpetual motion and snapshot sights on it. So I'm going to put that away. And then I'm going to grab my arbalist. Arbalist. And Tiku's Divination. Because that's a good bow. I have an extra Tiku's. I don't know why. I have several bows. I like bows. Bows are fun. Like I said, shotguns don't really feature too much in my playlist. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go straight to a Lost Sector. Let's see if we have Nessus. Nessus is available. We're going to go for Nessus. Well, that's happening. I'm going to go get my breakfast. A soup. Oh shit, I missed the marker. Ah, well. I can still get the bow kills. Or maybe not. I'll probably pick this up too then, huh? I guess I don't need the marker if I'm not doing heavy weapons. I'm not even part of the event yet. There we go. It's supposed to be his hand, but I don't think I'm tracking him. Yeah, I'm not tracking him. Damn it. Guess there's a range on those. Oh, cool. You can shoot the rockets out, though. There we go. That's decent. Easy. I love how like everything the hunter does is like super slow when it comes to his abilities. It's like such a fucking lead up and telegraphing of what he's doing. Yet like Titans and Warlocks, it's like when they go to throw a melee, it's a snap melee. You don't get the fucking, you don't get a chance to react to it. But with me as a hunter, it's like, I'm not tossing throwing knives, I'm throwing a frisbee kind of action. It's frustrating. Hunters used to be so much faster.
They'd rather blow up equipment than let us take it. Cabal don't have a lot of patience.
I have no idea why that might be.
Oh no! But I think I already got this one. Well, I haven't died yet, so let's see if we can get 16 more murders. This is why I like the Lost Sectors. I was not a big fan of Lost Sectors at first when they first came out. Just like I wasn't a big fan of the Glaive when it first came out. I said, "Oh, good, oh, Glaive. Yeah, it could be a melee weapon or it could be a ranged weapon. Look, I have an arc caster here. Doesn't matter." But then I was like, "Hey, I could do damage with the Glaive, and it counts for damage with the Glaive just by meleeing with it." And it's like, this is so much awesome. Just like nobody really gives the Tikus any real credit. For a brief moment, before they patched it, of course, it had this totally abusive fucking perk in it. Like what am I thinking here? The little burn effect. This thing right there. Could be like totally exploited by other players, I guess, or something. I don't know. I don't read the TWAB anymore. I don't watch the TWAB anymore. I don't care about that shit. I just want to fucking play the game. Play it my way, play it and have fun. I come here to shoot things and feel powerful. But, you know, that's just what that is. Oh my. That's good soup. What did I make today? Let's see how to describe it. I've been pretty much on a kick with my eldest reintroduced me to egg flour or egg drop soup, which is basically you make yourself a chicken broth kind of soup, and then you just drizzle a scrambled egg into it, and it cooks the egg. And it's actually pretty delicious. You can boost it up with some vegetables or noodles or whatever you want, but it's basically that. It's super simple. And I was doing that for a little bit, and it was really satisfying, and it would carry me for a little bit in the day. But then I started getting this, I was like, hey, you know what? I don't have to do dumplings. Chicken and dumplings used to be like a specialty food. That was like a Sunday meal kind of thing. And it's like, I don't understand why, because like chicken has always been super fucking cheap. No doesn't matter what country you live in, or, well, it does actually matter what country you live in. but it didn't really matter what demographic you were living in. For the most part, chicken was chicken was chicken. It's just cheap as fuck. Cheap. Anyway, so it was always like chicken and dumplings was like a specialty item. And then I realized dumplings don't take very much. It's just patience. It really is. It's all about the patience. Shotgun. Um, my favorite shotgun. And then we're going to have the Arbalist. Alright, so we're going to respawn here first. Oh, I don't have shotgun ammo finder. I miss it when they had just, like, normal energy ammo finding. It was just... It's fine. It wasn't, like, a big deal. Shotguns are a bit more of a problem. Of course, these are advanced, so you're not supposed to die with them. Come on. I'm gonna need a whole lot more ammo than that. Yeah. Soften these up a little bit. Oops, a little bit too much. Oh, Jiminy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to re-kit for, yeah, I don't want to have to do that, but it's gonna have to happen. Bigger enemies should count for more enemies. Just being entitled. Well, let's see. That'll be good. So then, like I said, I got hooked on this whole dumpling thing. But I had a problem remembering the recipe. So I finally looked it up. So today is basically instant miso soup with dumplings. It's pretty good. It took about 20 minutes, because like I said, that's the whole thing about dumplings. I could whip up a bowl of soup in about 5 to 8 minutes. It's not that hard. Boil water, throw in ingredients, go for it. Most times soup for me is whatever's left over and can be floated in water without disintegrating. Um, so it's like leftover pasta, tomato soup with noodles. It works, it does. It's not a bad thing. Okay. I don't want to do a lost sector here. Boy. I love it when my character like clips on the polygons and he starts to stumble a little bit. It's so fun. Makes me feel like he's really there. The trick I found out with boiling dumplings is to make them as dry as possible without being crumbly. So it's basically, if you're using Bisquick, which is what I recommend, objectively, it's better. Fight me if you want. Okay, now we got the advanced shotgun bounties done. Cool. So let's see what's left. Hand cannon, fusion rifle, rocket launcher. Okay. So we're gonna go. Oh, this just has deep sight resonance because I already have the pattern. I don't want to waste my time on that. I really don't like this weapon. This is not the Palmaria. I cannot get into it. And then the Arbalista. Right? Do. Hand cannon, linear. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's special. Ooh. Okay, gonna make me waste my shots? I don't think so, friend. No. Although the patrol would take me... It might take me into a space that doesn't...
I've been picking up anomalous readings
Yeah.
on the comms relay.
It won't be that crowded over
Scanning
there.
these coordinates could help me clear out the noise.
I never thought about that.
And lessen my
But I
headache.
might run out of ammo. So... Again, hiking simulator. I normally avoid those patrols because it's just wandering around. Is that it? Holy shit. Man, that's it. The other trick is good dumplings, or I should say, flour dumplings, biscuit dumplings, whatever. Is a couple teaspoons or a couple tablespoons of olive oil, and that was something that I picked up working in a restaurant because you need that kind of content to keep things kind of suspended, and it's actually really tasty. Some people don't like olive oil, some people can't have olive oil, so find your replacements where you can, but you get the gist. And even if you're making soup for one, do the 2 cups of water. It's worth it. Most of it's going to get boiled off, and well, some of it will be boiled off, not most of it. But then you'll also you'll want to float those dumplings. You don't want them to sit on the pan and end up scorching into the pan. Although you shouldn't be boiling them, it should be like a low simmer. The Arbalest is just so forgiving with its bullet magnetism. That's really what it comes down to. That's why it's such a favorite in Crucible. I mean, otherwise you'd see things like Queenbreaker. It's not just the fact that it's a kinetic, it's just the fact that, it's got a really nice tracking on it. It's not even an aim assist. It's like the flinch on there is just so forgiving. As opposed to like with a sniper rifle, oh fuck me. I don't play snipes because, for one thing, I'm not a precision shooter. And the other thing is that it's just a pain in the ass to fucking fight the flinch. Get them with the splash damage. Narg. careful, because if I kill myself with my own rocket launcher, I'm going to be so upset. Q. Alright. Overall, this was still kind of fun, you know. Oh, I'm slouching. It's not good to do after you eat. Some people actually get up and go for a walk. I'm like, no, no, don't do that. Oh, where's the banner? There we go, because I need those rocket launchers. Advanced rocket launcher done. Dun 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 dun. I really only needed to complete one of these just to fucking experiment, but then I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm already fucking here. Let's do it. Still gotta find a good legendary pulse rifle. It is that everything. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we get for reputation, if anything. No. No, you just get bright dust. Not even, yeah, you just get bright dust. Really? No, you got nothing. You get nothing. It's just experience. You get nothing. Oh my god. It's a waste of my time. I feel so sad. I feel sad. I'm gonna go full photo negative Galadriel here. It's like you can tell I'm like dejected now. I don't even want to try. Whatever. Wow, it's like spawned me all the way the fuck outside even. Coming for you, bitch. That's it. Okay, well, we're done. Don't care. Yeah. I think tomorrow we'll try to do the Crucible um, Pinnacle run. What did I get for my Pinnacle anyway? I don't remember. I don't think I got anything for my Pinnacle, or did I already infuse it? It'd only be a 1553, so maybe a helmet. I don't know. Anyway, if you made it this far, thanks for stopping by. Well, it's about an hour. Holy shit. Okay, well, I guess so. Yeah, I'm gonna go check out Conan Exile.